It's time for the Daily Stand Up Podcast presented by Agile Dad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started.
All right, all right. Today I wanted to talk to you about Agile Product Strategy. And this is something I don't often talk about because it takes me to the marketing side of the house and I kind of geek out when I get there. But let's see how it goes. Agile Product Strategy is an iterative approach to product development that focuses on creating and delivering products that meet or exceed customer needs while also achieving a specific business goal. So, if you think about my world, I talk about the BA-FA-TA, where the business analyst puts their thumb on the pulse of the consumer, the functional analyst understands strategically what direction we should be going, and a technical analyst analyzes technological feasibility and makes sure we're going in the right direction or building the right thing. I think that if you understand that, it's going to help you understand how to better angle your product so it's something that people actually desire. So let's start by defining what Agile Product Strategy actually is. So, Agile Product Strategy is a process that involves understanding your consumers' needs, defining business goals, and creating a plan to deliver a product that meets those needs and achieves those goals. You might think about this as the POBAFATA backlog item creation workshop, or think of it as an area where people can get together and have open discussion about things that may or may not actually be open or ready for discussion, which is kind of interesting. We want them to be ready for discussion, but this is going to be a place to filter out and to make sure we're limiting work in progress and working on the correct things. So, with that being said, if we have a BAFATA that's going to help us with the business analyst focused on a consumer, the functional analyst focused on strategy, and the technical analyst focused on technological feasibility, it's going to help us make sure that we're meeting all the needs. So, how does this work? How does Agile Product Strategy work? Well, the first step is to understand what the customer's needs are. This involves conducting user research to understand their needs, identifying their persona, understanding their preferences and behaviors, creating empathy maps. Once customer needs are understood, the next step is to define what the business goals are. This involves identifying what the company hopes to achieve by developing a product. A lot of times I'll use grow. What is our goal? What's our reality? How far away are we from the goal? What options do we have? And what will we commit to do? So there's lots of techniques and strategies to get you there. So once you have all those things in place, right, then the next step is to actually deliver the product. This involves breaking down the whole wish list into small consumable chunks called user stories or backlog items. Each user story represents a small piece of functionality that's required in order to deliver the core product. The user stories may be prioritized based on their importance to a consumer if a consumer is waiting for it, or the impact and business goals that it'll have on our future ability to do certain things. So, what's happening is we're seeing that we need to draw a greater focus to the impact. We should be focusing on outcome and impact, not output. I said that a million times. Don't focus on outcome or output, focus on outcome. If we can focus on outcome and impact, everything's going to be a lot better and we're going to deliver the right high quality product or service. So once the user stories are built and prioritized, the team then can begin to work on building a product. They place the broken down pieces in a short sprints, and each sprint is usually 2 weeks or so, give or take a week. And at the end of each sprint, the team delivers a working product increment. Sometimes better than what we had before, but it may not be perfect. It may still require a little additional work. A lot of times we try to make sure we have something called a minimal viable product or an MVP in place before we actually start really doing the hard development work because we want to make sure there's nothing architecturally or infrastructurally that's going to change and that everything is sound, right? Okay, so after each sprint, the team then conducts a review to assess how did they do, right? To look at the team's performance, the increments performance, against the customer needs and business goals and decide how well did it perform compared to what it said it was going to do. So, what are the benefits to using an agile product strategy? Well, I think the benefits are immense. The first benefit that I can think of right out of the gate is that it allows companies to quickly respond to customer needs. So you have faster time to market and quicker response times. By breaking things into really small, manageable pieces, companies can quickly test and iterate and pivot and move to ensure that they're meeting or exceeding customer value. The second benefit is that it helps companies achieve their business goals because it helps you stay focused and stops those outside interruptions. By putting a rank order in place on the user stories that impact business goals, companies can ensure that there's some focus on the most important things that are in the pipeline. If there's any remaining bandwidth, right, that needs to be absorbed. Okay, so the third benefit is it promotes collaboration and teamwork. We want people to work together, so by breaking all of our work down into small consumable chunks and absorbing them during sprints, the team can easily work together and it's going to make life a whole lot easier for everybody. You'll have that level of communication. It makes everything easier. It's like a well-oiled machine. It's like it's humming along, right? Okay, so in summary, Agile product strategy is an iterative approach to product development. It's something that should work really, really well, that focuses on creating and delivering products that meet consumer needs while also achieving a business goal. So, by breaking the development process into small, manageable chunks and working in sprints, companies then are able to respond to customers' needs pretty quickly and achieve their own personal business goals. All right, so that's going to do it. That's going to do it this week. If you have a topic you want us to talk about, give us a call or send us an email or send us a carrier pigeon or do something. You can do it. Learn more at agiledad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.